Hello and welcome back to another video. In the previous episode, I've showed you that you can create your own size of SD cards with the MegaFlashROM SD cartridge.xml file with openMSX. That way, I've created a 512 megabytes single SD card. We're now going to open openMSX and we're going to boot up our newly created MegaFlashROM. We're going to exit Multi-Mente. Are you sure? Yes, I just pressed escape. Okay, now we're back in our Nextor environment. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a different version of Nextor on this system. It's the Nextor kernel version 2.1.0 Alpha 2 with an older Nextor.sys version of 2.10 and not 2.11 that I've installed on the Sunrise IDE. That's for later. Basic. Call fdisk. We have one MegaFlashROM. We have the MegaFlashROM SD card ROM disk. That's that SRAM. But we're going into the enMSX. That's our 512 megabytes. One. Gonna add a partition, just a single one. So we'll add a 512 megabyte partition. Add. We're gonna write it. W. Are you sure you want to remove all data? Yes, it's empty already. It's creating partition 1 of 1. Done! We have all kinds of short keys for openMSX, so F10 is our console. Here we can type all kinds of commands. We can turn off the MSX and do all kinds of things with the cartridges while the system is off. But here we're just going to reset systems. We're going to type in reset and do enter. F10 is remove the console again. It reloads the SD card in slot 1. Now we have a B. If I press L for change drive and we press B, we have around 500 megabytes on the B drive. We're going to copy all these files. Just press space and it places asterisks in front of the file. That way it's selected to be copied or deleted or whatever. We press C for copy and we say B colon. And then we do enter. Hey, it doesn't say enter. Do it again. Now it copies all the files. Goes pretty fast. You can fast forward it, but as you can see, it's pretty fast. All the files have been loaded to the B drive. The A drive is now still the SRAM. We don't want that. We just want to clear it. What we're going to do is we're going to exit again. Then we press F10 again. Press up. It remembers all your keystrokes in openMSX. So press up or down if you want to go through previous. When I reset, I have to hold the button up to boot into the MegaFlashROM menu. Enter, and we hold the up key. And now we're in the menu. In this menu, we can erase MegaFlashROM SCC, the kernel, but we only want to erase the ROM disk. And ROM disk is that SRAM part where we have this Multi-Mente on. We don't want it to boot into this ROM all the time. We want to boot it to our 512 megabytes SD card. F3, are you sure? Yes. Erased successfully. And then we do escape. Do a reset. So we'll do F10 again. Press up, reset, close console. It now finds SD card in slot 1. And what was first the B drive is now the A drive. If I'm correct, we don't have a B drive now. So if I press L and select B, it will say error. Correct. we have lost the SRAM. Now this is our main drive. We have Multi-Mente on here. We also have Nextor, and it's a different version that I've installed on my Sunrise IDE. Maybe we can copy this one over to the Sunrise IDE, or the other way around. I don't know what's wiser. We'll figure it out. Now that we have all these files on here, we're done for the MegaFlashROM already. It's that fast. It's a lot faster than the Sunrise IDE. We have just one big space of 512 megabytes. We can now use it to store data on it. And how do we store data on it? There are many ways to do it, and I'll show you many ways to do it. Anyway, this is it for this tutorial. This was a simple one. It's just the installation of Multi-Mente on the SD card. That way we can use the SRAM for loading disk images or ROM images for playing games. We'll go over that in later videos. Bye.